Hello and welcome. I'm excited to introduce you to Chapter 4, which focuses on one of the most important and foundational concepts in supply chain management: inventory management. Let's begin by thinking about this. Nearly every physical product you encounter, whether it's a pair of shoes, a cell phone, or a bottle of shampoo, has passed through a series of inventories before reaching you. These inventories are not just incidental. They are strategic business decisions that can significantly impact cost, efficiency, responsiveness, and profitability. So, what exactly is inventory? Inventory refers to the materials, components, subassemblies, and finished goods that are held in stock at any point in the supply chain. It includes everything from the raw materials used at the very start of the manufacturing process to the products waiting to be shipped out to customers. Now, let's talk about why inventory matters so much. Inventory is typically one of the largest assets on a company's balance sheet. That means companies are investing millions, sometimes billions of dollars into inventory in the hopes that it will convert into future revenue. But here's the catch. While inventory is an asset, if it's mismanaged, it quickly becomes a liability. It takes up space, requires security and insurance, may spoil, expire, or become obsolete, and it ties up cash that could otherwise be invested elsewhere. Companies have to make critical decisions around how much inventory to carry, where to store it, and how to move it through the supply chain. These decisions impact customer satisfaction, operating efficiency, and financial performance. Let's introduce the four major types of inventory you'll encounter. 1. Raw materials. These are the unprocessed inputs acquired from suppliers. Think of metal, chemicals, or flour, materials that are used to create something else. 2. Work in process, or WIP. These are items that have entered the production process but aren't finished. Managing WIP is tricky because it often lacks visibility and can easily lead to inefficiencies. 3. Finished goods. These are completed products that are ready to be shipped to customers. Finished goods are the most expensive form of inventory because they include all material, labor, and overhead costs. 4. MRO supplies. Maintenance, repair, and operating supplies are the items that don't go into the finished product but are essential to running a business, like lubricants for machines or office supplies. Inventory exists for four primary reasons. First, to meet customer demand, so that when customers walk into a store or place an order, the product is available right away. Second, to buffer against uncertainty in demand or supply, because forecasts are never perfect and suppliers can be unreliable. Third, to decouple supply from demand. By separating when we make things from when customers buy them, we gain flexibility. And fourth, to decouple operations so that stages of the production process aren't tightly dependent on each other, particularly when parts of the system operate at different speeds. We'll also discuss inventory stock levels, such as cycle stock, safety stock, strategic stock, and pipeline inventory. Each serves a different purpose. Cycle stock supports regular demand. Safety stock provides a cushion against variability in demand or supply. Strategic stock is used to hedge against specific risks like price increases or supply disruptions. And pipeline inventory is what's already sold and in transit to customers. Another key topic that we'll cover in this chapter is how companies monitor and control inventory. There are two major inventory review systems. Periodic review, when inventory is checked at regular intervals and orders are placed as needed. Continuous review, when inventory is tracked constantly and orders are triggered automatically when levels drop below a certain point. We'll also explore the concept of reorder points and how to determine the optimal order quantity, including the classic economic order quantity (EOQ) model that balances ordering and holding costs. And we'll dive into the costs of inventory, including the cost to carry or hold inventory, like storage costs, insurance, depreciation, and the cost of capital, as well as the costs associated with ordering inventory, such as administrative costs, shipping, and handling costs. There are also obsolescence costs to consider. Those are the costs incurred when products can't be sold or used anymore. Even service organizations deal with inventory. Restaurants, for example, have to manage an inventory of food and tableware to provide their services. Lastly, we'll look at how inventory impacts broader supply chain performance. Poor inventory decisions can lead to stockouts, lost sales, excess costs, or even total supply chain disruption. Effective inventory management, on the other hand, is a source of competitive advantage. By the end of this chapter, you'll not only understand what inventory is, but also why managing it is one of the most complex and critical tasks in supply chain management. You'll see inventory not just as stuff sitting in a warehouse, but as a dynamic, strategic resource that, when managed well, can unlock tremendous value. Let's get started with Chapter 4, Inventory Management.